For this project, I am actually going to make my own neon sign. I got this like neon, kind of hard to tell, but oh, hold on, let me turn the light off. There we go. This neon colored stuff that I can just bend however I want. My plan is to make the shape of a cherry blossom, again out of cardboard. I'm going to use black tape this time. I'm just going to do the outline. I don't want it to be backlit, so I'm not going to have cut any holes in it or anything. And I'm just going to kind of trace this around the cherry blossom shape and kind of like sew it on, I guess. That's how the videos looked of how to make your own sign on Amazon. Let's do this! Let's start with how big do I want to make this thing? I ended up wanting to make it small, like the other cherry blossom sign. So doing the same trace, basically freehanding it. I decided to add a second smaller cherry blossom. Later, I will learn that that was not a good idea. Now I'm using a box cutter to cut out the cherry blossoms. Ta-da! There's the cutout. Now I'm covering the entire cardboard piece with black tape, which I probably should have just painted it. That would have been so much easier. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking, but here we are. Now that the taping is all done, it's time to actually attach the light to the cherry blossom thingamajig. I thought about being smart about this and like actually making a trace for the light strand to actually follow, but then I was like, that sounds hard, I don't want to do that, so I just freehanded it. But yeah, I'm just kind of sewing it onto the cardboard, as weird as that sounds. The thimble, oh my god, lifesaver. So glad I have that now. I started out using the shiny thread that I got, but that broke way too easily, so I was like, frick it, I'll just use the black thread, like normal sewing thread. I quickly learned how impossible it is to get this light thing into tight corners, so yeah, that was hard. It is now several days later. I had some time to think about how I want to do the cherry blossoms stamens, the middle things that pollinate. This is the point where I realized my mistake of making a tinier cherry blossom a part of this, because I was like, I can't make these tight turns. I don't know what to do. So they just kind of turned into little blobs at this point. You'll see in a second. And here is the big reveal. Whoa. I'm not exactly happy with it. It's giving Squidward art vibes, or perhaps SpongeBob sky cloud vibes. Yeah. I'm either going to redo this entirely, this time learning from my mistakes. One, I will paint the cardboard and not tape over it, because that's just silly. Two, I would make the sign bigger so that I don't have all these like really tight corners to deal with. Three, I would just do one cherry blossom at a time, not adding a second one along with that. I don't know yet if I'm gonna make a second one or redo it, but I'll figure that out later.